Hi, I'm Gwen, and welcome to my Gut Healthy Kitchen. Today, I'm going to show you how to make the most delicious 2x brownies that are going to blow your mind because they're made with anti-inflammatory ingredients that are going to actually even support your gut health, which is incredible because it's a proactive way to support your health, both physically, mentally, and emotionally, which is fantastic. All right, to get started, you're gonna wanna preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Get yourself a baking sheet. I like to use parchment paper, it makes it so much easier. You're gonna want a food processor as well as just a few simple ingredients that we're gonna get into right now. Okay, so today we're gonna use 1.5 cups almond flour, a 1/4 cup shredded coconut, unsweetened. This is optional, I just like it for added texture. 3 tablespoons coconut flour, which is packed with fiber, 1/2 cup unsweetened cocoa powder, 1/2 teaspoon baking soda, a 1/4 teaspoon sea salt, 1 teaspoon pure vanilla extract, and 1/3 to 1/2 cup of raw honey, depending on your desired sweetness. This is local to Roslyn honey, which is incredible. And a 1/3 cup of coconut oil. Okay, so let's add all the ingredients. We're gonna start with 1.5 cups of almond flour, 1/2 cup of cocoa powder, unsweetened. I like to add about 1/3 cup of shredded coconut, unsweetened shredded coconut, just for texture, but it's optional. You don't have to. 3 tablespoons of coconut flour, which is incredibly fibrous. So good. 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, and a pinch of salt. We have a teaspoon of pure vanilla extract and a 1/3 cup of coconut oil. And then we're gonna add 1/2 cup or 1/3 cup of honey. I like to keep mine in a measuring cup in some hot water because it's a lot easier to get out of the jar, out of the measuring device that way. This is amazing, local to Roslyn honey. Always source out honey local to you if you can. With all the ingredients in the food processor, now we just have to blast this until everything comes together in kind of a sticky sort of ball situation that rolls around the processor like a squishy mess. So the honey might stick to the sides. You might have to scrape it a little bit. And it's so good. Okay, if your dough seems a tiny bit dry, feel free to add in maybe like 1/2 teaspoon of water at a time until it gets into that sticky mess. Do not overdo it. Next, we're gonna scoop the dough out with an actual tablespoon measuring spoon, pushing the dough into the spoon to make it kind of like nice and firm. Then pop them onto your prepared baking sheet. Allow for a bit of space between each brownie. Bake for 8 to 10 minutes. Do not overcook because they will absolutely dry out and you do not want that. It's better to be on the undercooked side than on the overcooked side. I promise. Okay, now that we have these all measured out, we're just gonna pop them in the oven for 8 minutes. Okay, so while those are baking, let's make some amazing cashew milk. It takes 60 seconds and it could not be easier. So all you need is 1 cup of soaked cashews. These have been soaked for at least 4 to 24 hours. Just makes them really soft and easy to blend. If you have a high power blender, you can get away with 4 hours. If you don't, you might want to soak them longer. So we're just gonna add those right to this blender. Along with 4 cups of water. And then we're just gonna blend this on high for about 60 seconds, and that is it. That's it. What I love about cashew milk is you don't have to strain it. It is now done. What's amazing about cashew milk is once you've blended it, you don't have to strain it. Just put it in the jar. All right, let's get these out of the oven. They smell amazing. They're gonna be delicious. We're gonna let them cool for a hot minute, and then we're gonna serve them up with a little cashew milk. These brownies are chewy and chocolatey and just the right amount of sweetness for my entire family. And when we're looking at optimizing gut health, reducing our sugar content is essential. And while it might take your taste buds a tiny bit of time to adjust, they will. So give these a try, you're gonna love them, and I cannot hold myself back any longer. So thank you for joining me, and we will see you next time. They're so good.